grain system. Here we have 4 72-foot bins. We have 2 little 48-foot bins, 3 taller 48s. We have this wet bin here. We have 2 2418 grain dryers in here, mixed flow grain dryers. We have this conveyor reclaiming this bin, this dryer back here, and that can go to this elevator here to go out and fill here, or it could go here back to the elevators here. This conveyor would go back and catch these 2 bins for reclaiming them. Some of this equipment is existing, some of it will be new. Here we have our 3 bins right here. This conveyor here reclaims that row. That one is below the surface, along with this conveyor right here is below the surface, has this other one that comes front between the bins, which comes front through here, which reclaims these bins, everything back here. And this conveyor, like I said, can go to this conveyor to go back to these bins, or it can dump into the dry elevator here and go out here. So if we wanted to fill this bin or these bins from this dryer, it would reclaim, you'd reclaim it back here and through the elevator out through. Now, as we're looking, you're going to see that I do not have a spout going to the dryer. This dryer right here. I'm not sure if we're going to add a 3rd elevator here or if we're going to do an overflow system to fill that. So that I will need to know before I draw that. Then here we have this loadout bin right here, which I did not put the spout to. I missed that. So I'll need to finish that after I get done here. So I hope that shows you what it all looks like. If you look here, this conveyor here is below the surface. You'll drive long ways over top of that to unload. I do not have the concrete drawn into this. I was going to wait and decide if that's the route we're taking. I can draw the concrete if I need to. But that is a really nice setup. I'll also have some pictures of what that looks like in real life. I have a system where I took some pictures of that, and I really like that. So looks to me like that should show you. Now here I have one conveyor that goes across the 3 bins, one conveyor that goes across the top of these 2 bins from that there, and then on top of these 72s we have a conveyor that goes over here, a conveyor that goes from here to here, and at the peak of each bin there's another conveyor. That way you don't run an empty conveyor up here, because this will probably be a big conveyor and high capacity, and these bins are fairly large, so it'll run quite a while to get full. The one thing I do not have on here is supports in between here to hold these conveyors up. That'll be needed. Not sure if we're going with a 2-post sidewall tower or a 4-post tower in the middle here. We'll need to figure that out, and then I'll draw that in. And I would say I'm getting real close to what the info that's needed. And I mean, in this system it would be very simple to say, okay, let's take these 3 48-foot bins and make this row longer. That wouldn't affect a whole lot. Because if we go here and we just spin this around, right here we have this system, and it wouldn't be real hard to take these 3 bins, make this row longer. Wouldn't affect a whole lot. because we are ready with this receiving here. We'll have to be going the whole way out around here. So we're ready out around. So we will, to make this rail longer, if we need more capacity over here, that would be quite simple. We could even bump them up to 54 footers probably, and it wouldn't affect a whole lot coming out through. So that gives you a reasonable idea of what I got going on here.